What's up, everybody? Destroyer here. Welcome back to another cast of the Lord of the Rings, the Battle for Middle-earth 2, patch 1.09. Today we have a 1v1 on Forts of Isen II. Alright, so we have our first player here. In the bottom right, EolEcthelion as Men of the West. And his opponent for this matchup is Maka as Isengard in the top left. So we got Isengard versus men on the Forts of Isen II. Cool. So hopefully it's a good game. Both players are getting their economies rolling as always. We have a Rook pit going down for Maka. So we'll be getting some Urukai or pikemen or crossbows, one of the three, of course. Or unless he takes up berserkers, let's be honest, that's not really a thing that people do though. So that's unlikely. And EolEcthelion going for one farm there, one farm there. Where's this other builder? Actually, no. Am I blind, or is this builder like... Oh, there it is. I'm blind. He's going with a semi-forward barracks here. So he's going to get some Gondor soldiers out through the ford quickly, or potentially to the left. Also, it is possible, of course, he doesn't know what his opponent is. I believe the replay said, I can't remember. One of the teams was picked, and one of the teams went random, so... I guess we'll find out. I think Isengard was picked. But I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. Might be the other way around. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. But somebody will have to do some scouting if they want to know what their team they're up against is. We have Urukai coming out for Maka. So we'll have those out shortly. It looks like first time Gondor soldiers for EolEcthelion have been sent out to the west. And they're potentially going to go over here. I think he's scouting for any forward stuff. And the fact that he's scouting indicates to me that he doesn't know what his opponent is, and he's looking for forward mines, potentially from dwarves or something, which is fair enough. So it's potential that he picked his Men of the West faction. There we go. That farm is gone. Excuse me, I need a drink. Jesus. Voice died over there. Hopefully it's better. Okay. We got more Urukai on the field. We got Urukai up against Gondor soldiers, who seem to be doing very well under the effect of Creebine there. But we do have reinforcements on the way here for EolEcthelion. But I think these will be just fine, although he has taken away the Creebine to go fight over here. Which is wise, because these are under the benefit of leadership, so definitely he wants to bring those down as quickly as possible. Try and save this furnace. Might be able to do so, in fact. If that's the last Gondor soldier, I think he'll be able to. Indeed, he does. Very nice. It's a nice save for Maka there. Fortunately, he did lose that battalion of Urukai. And the crossbows come out into melee, which is never a good thing. Unfortunately for him, though, only losing one of them. So that's pretty good. And if they can get into position quickly, he might be able to bring down this furnace, or bring down these soldiers before the furnace goes down. And indeed, he should be able to with ease. So Maka's doing a good job defending currently. He's also throwing up a war pit, and he's getting warg riders out on the field. Over in EolEthelion's base, he's throwing down his stables, so he'll be getting Gondor Knights, or potentially Rohirrim. Probably Gondor Knights though to start. Looks like he's also going for tower guards. Probably going to creep some warg layers for some extra gold power points, which is definitely not a bad idea by any means. Isengard can, of course, do the same, but you have to be a little bit careful, because the wargs do trample in 1.09, so you have to be a little bit cautious of that, and they're good against swordsmen and such, so you have to be a little bit careful. Nice. He's waiting for the troops to come out of EolEthelion's barracks so he can camp them. EolEthelion throwing them in porcupine immediately. Porcupine, of course, I mean porcupine formation. So they'll be tanking as much damage as possible. But of course they will fall, as they're not going to do much damage to these swordsmen and archers, which counter them quite nicely there. Well, it looks like a furnace has been knocked down from the base of Maka. Another furnace going down there. The warguards have entered the field, and they should shut down the Gondor soldiers that are harassing quite nicely. Looks like he's already thrown them into hell. Bit premature, I think. So I don't think Howl actually increases their trample damage. In fact, I'm I'm really sure it doesn't. How I believe only affects like their attack damage. It isn't only affected by how not their actual trample damage. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. The forward barracks has been knocked down from EolEcthelion, so it's not ideal for him. He's also fighting these Urkai swordsmen. We're in shield wall right now, under the effect of Creebine. Trying to bring down these knights, but not doing a very good job, of course, because Cav counters swordsmen. Even under Creebine. Not going to go too well for them. And EolEcthelion throwing up a new barracks. Meanwhile, Maka is bringing out more Urukai and more Warg Riders. Lots more crossbows. He's got some pikes on the field now as well. So he's doing pretty well, actually. I'd say Maka is in the lead currently. If there was a lead to have, I think he's doing a little better. Current state of the game. We have Creebine, 6 power points, 336 and 450 for Maka, the Isengard player. And we have Rally Call. This is power, of course, 4 power points is 64 or 500. So EolEcthelion has no army pretty much to speak of. And Isengard has pretty decent one. So EolEcthelion has some catching up to do. That's for sure. And while, of course, Maka is ahead, he's going to do some creeping and get to that gold and such, which is going to help him keep his lead against the Men of the West. Looks like we got Rohirrim out. EolEthelion's going quickly for Rohirrim to try and get the Cav edge here. Although he has to be very cautious of these pikes, as they will ruin them if he gets too close. So, good thing he did not. And looks like we have farms for EolEthelion over here on the other side of the ford here, but not for long. They were not long for this world. Pretty sure Rohirrim outclassed Warg Riders pretty nicely, as you would expect. They are tearing through them without too much trouble. Although they did run into some pikes there, taking a pretty good amount of casualties. So Maka should be able to chase them off without too much trouble. He's in a good spot right now. He could probably go for alerts if he wanted to, or maybe a Sharku if he's feeling saucy. Sharku wouldn't be bad. I'm pretty sure Sharku in 1.09 takes control of Cav instead of Wargs and Warg Riders. Actually, Wargs aren't a thing. Well, I guess they are. Because of the creep Wargs, of course. But I'm pretty sure they changed Sharku's ability to be... Oh, there you go. Actually went for alerts. Yeah, to take control of Cav in general, which I'm not a huge fan of, but better than it's, well, is it though? Sounds unbalanced to me, but I don't know. I have yet to see Sharku really be used much in 1.09, so it's hard to say, and it could be actually wrong if that is not indeed the description of his ability, taming the beast or whatever the hell it is. I guess we'll see someday. Anyway, EolEthelion is going for... There's a prime example of the Warg trample. Not doing a whole lot, of course, there, but... Wargs actually ruin goblins and such. Don't send goblin warriors or even orc warriors after your Warg riders, or wargs, because they will not do well. Not at all. Is that a battalion of 1? It certainly is. That guy needs a banner. Give that man a banner. Of course, alternatively, he could get excavations on his fort and heal him up near the evil fortress of Isengard in 1.09. Isn't that fun? I'm going to make fun of that every time. Not every time, but I still find that really silly. Or, of course, he could get Worm Tongue and stab a flying unit. Because why not? Well, currently, EolEthelion's very much on the defensive. But I don't think he'll be in any immediate danger of losing the game currently. Although he is going to lose his stables, which is definitely a setback for him. Also, he might even lose his archery range. He will indeed. These pikemen are doing a massive amount of damage. They are war-chanted. And more chant, of course, in 1.9. It's 40% damage. Also a little bit of speed boost as well. Boromir is on the field, though. Looks like he will rout the enemy. Lurtz, of course, does have cripple. If he wasn't so wounded, he could... and he had an army. Backing him up, he could cripple strike Boromir and try and bring him down. Boromir does have knockback in 1.09, though. And all versions of BFME2, I believe. Boromir has a knockdown. So he's kind of hard to fight 1v1 with a hero. So you have to be a little bit cautious of that. I've said it many times, I'm not a fan of the knockdown, and Boromir is no exception. I don't like the fact he has knockdown, but hey, it's a BFME thing. You just gotta live with it, I guess. There you go. He indeed has got excavations on his fort, which is giving him that nice blue glow, and now he can heal up his troops around his fortress. So lovely for him, I suppose. So that'll definitely be useful, so he can heal up his Warg Riders and his injured units there. And that indeed showing the effect in action. I'm not crazy. They are healing, as you clearly see there. That is the thing. And goblins have it with their razor spines, and Mordor has it with their lava moats. So you can heal up your troops around your fort. If you were not aware of that. Because I wasn't aware of that feature, actually, for a while. Because it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Why would I think of that? But hey, it's a feature now, so you gotta learn to like it. Ooh, nice kite into the pikeman there. Fortunately for EolEcthelion, he wasn't paying enough attention, and he did run half of the battalion to their death. Although EolEthelion's defensive force is pretty decent size, so I think he'll be just fine here again. We got more force that could be sent in, but currently aren't. But they will be engaged in battle shortly enough. Boromir, of course, once he gets level 5, he gets 50% damage and 25% experience gain for units around him. That's his leadership. So no armor boosts, but he does have a weapon boost, which is a pretty significant chunk of it. Lurtz, of course, has 50% damage. He basically has the exact same leadership, actually, as Boromir does. So they'll both be boosting their armies by 25%. Looks like Isengard is going to flood through here, pushing Gondor back to its homeland. The Warg Riders are running down any routing enemies. These guys are actually level 6 there. If you can get those, that'd be a nice pickup for him, but he doesn't want to lose too much as the arrow towers in the fort are tearing these Warg Riders apart. At least so. Never mind. Alright. There we go. Maka going for attack again. Tom Bombadil being summoned in. Ooh, we got a Saruman. I recognize that sound anywhere. Although I don't see him. There we go. Sonic Song being used. Buffed Isengard troops, though, don't take a huge amount of damage from Sonic Song. At least not the pikemen. Crossbows, on the other hand, definitely might. But yeah, Saruman's on the field now. There he is. The old bastard. So you should be able to get some sweet uses out of Saruman, assuming he doesn't get him killed. The single hero Uruk-hai. I don't think he notices that he's attacking his units. He just literally has to stop and kill him, but he's not paying enough attention. So he's just losing guys for literally no reason. Feels bad, man. He's really trying to catch Lurtz. Unfortunately for him, Lurtz... Well, if Maka's not paying attention, he will lose his Lurtz. And Maka clearly is not paying attention. Now he is. There's the Watcher summon. Very nice. Killed a few battalions of Gunners. Oh, that's not too bad. And Lurtz will escape to fight another day. Saruman's up to level 3 currently. He's leveling nicely. But Boromir's leading an attack here on Maka's base. Looks like he's just used the Raging Strap-on. And no, I'm not making that up. It says stunned enemies with this Raging Strap-on. Don't ask me why it says that, because that's ridiculous. But it does. And of course means the Horn of Gondor. That's his Raging Strap 1. And of course, if you weren't aware, Saruman also has knockback, making him incredibly hard to fight as well. Boromir is not going to leave here alive, I think. I mean, ideally he'd want Saruman to get the experience for the kill, but I guess he's feeling a bit vulnerable. Saruman's a lot more expensive than Boromir, so it's fair enough he wants to get them out of there. Alright, EolEcthelion's bringing in his forces once again. These war guys are getting a huge trample off on the archers, crippling them quite severely, in fact. And that will be the rest of EolEthelion's forces pushed back once again. Saruman gets all 7. He can temporarily gain control of target enemies, which is pretty useful. Can really turn the tide of battle in a big way. There's Aragorn. With his HD edition model, of course, with the Return of the King armor, which is pretty sweet. And of course, if you haven't figured out I'm casting it on the HD edition already, then there you go. Surprise! All my casts pretty much from now on will be on HD edition, whether it be Rise of the Witch King or BFME2, so I probably won't say too much more than that. I'm pretty sure you can figure it out for yourself. The units look nice. So there you go. Alright, Saruman's leading his troops into battle there. They should make their way into the base there shortly. EolEcthelion's throwing up a barracks while he tries to down the cave troll lair there with Aragorn and some archers in bombard mode. See how much experience Aragorn gets for killing that. You get a whole level, over a whole level, slightly. And his experience is 25% damage, 25% armor, and 50% experience gain faster. So Aragorn has a pretty solid leadership. He's got defense and armor. And of course the experience gain, which is useful as well. If you want your units to get to level 10, which is a possibility in, of course, the patch 1.09. Units go up to 10. Not just heroes, but all units. Which is definitely different. And down goes the war chance. Isengard's got a pretty good force here. Saruman could get a sweet wizard blast. Ooh, fireball, even better. Although he needs to be very cautious of the arrow towers from the fortress. I think he's being a bit reckless with his Saruman. Ah, there's the heal from Isengard. Partially heals units, replace 1 dead man per battalion. Yes, Eel is part of the evil faction in 1.09. Not a feature I'm a fan of, but it's a feature nonetheless. But it is at least a 10-point power and not a 5-point power, so at least they balance it that way, sort of. I guess. Anyway, Maka, of course, if we look at PowerPoints and stuff while things are going on. He got himself Watcher, Devastation. Sounds like Florence has just fallen to the Fortress Arrow Towers. Unfortunate. These Saruman got away. He's got Heal, Cubine, War Chance, 17 power points, so he's getting very close to a 25-point power. He has 68 of 975, so he has a high amount of farms and command points, but he has pretty much no army currently. EolEcthelion has 608 out of 825, so he has less farms, but he has way more army. And of course he has Hobbit allies, Tom Bombadil, Elven Wood, Rally Call, Heal, and 15 power points. So he's behind in the PowerPoint front, but he's ahead in the army front, so that could of course translate into him becoming ahead on the PowerPoint front in a short amount of time. I'm not sure what happened to Maka, but his macro must be slipping or something because he's got nothing on the field. And now there's an overwhelming amount of troops on the field for EolEcthelion. So what was once just a very good, solid attack from Maka has turned into... Go AFK? I don't know. But now I think he might be in danger of losing the game here. Aragorn is out. He's using his Blade Master, of course, which is 100% damage, double armor. It has a nice new particle effect, 1.09 as well. That nice blue, shiny shit, which is pretty sweet. Oof, let's get him an AoE cleave. Saruman's back. There he is. Back with a vengeance. Sick. Will it be enough, though? Not if EolEcthelion keeps up the pressure. He's summoning the Dunedain archers. How close is... he's actually gone for Summon Wildman to try and save his life. And some other powers, of course. Or maybe not. He might be able to fend off this attack, but I don't know what much else he can do here. EolEcthelion does have troops converging in on him. Also, the hobbits. Oh no, not the hobbits. So this game turned around very quickly. Unfortunately for Maka, he's completely lost steam. He's lost all his momentum, and he's lost all his production buildings. So really all he literally has left is a Saruman, a few furnaces, and some arrow towers. An unfortunate state to be in, that's for sure. Also, 1v1ing Sam and losing seems so, well, I guess I'm 1v1ing Boromir's there, but yeah. I don't think Saruman can actually be knocked down with a Boromir hit, though. I think Saruman has resistance to knockdown, perhaps. As it seems he is doing much better at Boromir at the old knockdown thing. Oh, Builder came out and got killed, like, unfortunate. Cool, we had the Elven Warrior unit out. That's the HD Edition Warrior unit for the in unit of the Men of the West there. Pretty cool. Down goes Saruman, and this should be the end of the game here. The last Rick Pit has been spotted. And it looks like Sam and Frodo are taking it out. No, never mind, they're going to despawn. I guess that privilege belongs to the Elves and Tower Guards, led by Captain General Boromir. And there you go. Maka's been defeated. EolEcthelion is the victor. Cool. That was a turnaround. I don't know what happened to Maka, but he got completely shut down at the end. He was doing really well, and then he just kind of died. Well, there you go. Pretty interesting game. I hope, at least. I enjoyed it, so hopefully you all enjoyed it as well. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next cast of Lord of the Rings: The Battle for Middle-earth 2, patch 1.09. See you all next time.